Yogyakarta is famous as one of the main tourist destinations in Indonesia. It is located in one of the most heavily populated locations in Java. Whenever one mentions Yogyakarta, some notable tourist attractions will come to mind. They include the Great Sultan Palace, Parangtritis Beach, Borobudur and Prambanan temples, and Merapi volcano located on the northern part of Yogyakarta. Merapi's beauty and fertility brought communities to live around the area, but it is not without consequences. The name Merapi literally means mountain of fire, and throughout history it has proven to be one of the deadliest volcanoes. Regular eruptions put the lives of those living in this densely populated area at risk. The risk of living in Merapi is not only due to its eruption, but its aftermath. When floods of sediments from the upstream is carried downstream, attempting to destroy everything in its path. Mount Merapi is located 30 kilometers north of Yogyakarta's city center. Historical records shows that eruptions happen almost once every 5 to 10 years. These eruptions include lava flows, ashes and debris, pyroclastic flows, and dome collapsing, leaving erupted materials such as sand and rock in the upstream. A regular 10 years eruption would spew about 5 million cubic meters of sediments. After the eruption, the next 3 years would be the most volatile times for those living on the lower part of Merapi, as 3 successive rainy seasons would carry the erupted materials downstream. Debris flow occurs frequently, threatening the downstream area with flood of sediments. Debris flow consists of soil, stone and gravel, piling up the hillside and riverbed. Rainwater mixes the sediments and carry it downstream. It is estimated that the area affected in the 10-year eruption would be as wide as 74 km square and potentially affect the lives of 800,000 people. 200,000 houses are at risk, amounting to 1,200 billion rupiah loss of property. From 1970s, Sabo dams has been the most effective preventive measure against any fatalities. They were built to mitigate the sediment flow disasters caused by the regular 10-year eruption. Sabo dams are built in the upstream area of mountain. Their function is to regulate the sediment flows by accumulating sediment in dam reservoir and suppress production of sediment flows. Sabo dams that are built at the exit of valleys serve as direct barriers to debris flows. If there are no Sabo dams in Merapi, high-populated area on the downstream will have to bear the consequences of the disaster due to flood of sediments. There has been no significant damage as a result of continuous efforts to build Sabo dams since 1970s. However, the eruption in 2010 is the largest eruption to occur within the last 100 years. The material spewed by the mountain is estimated to be 140 million cubic meter. That is 28 times more than the regular 10 years eruption. The large-scale eruption has caused damage to over 35 Sabo dams. These Sabo dams need immediate rehabilitation before the next rainy season. Otherwise, the Sabo dams would lose their functions, causing even more severe damages than we are currently facing. There are currently 250 Sabo dams built in Merapi. In response to the 2010 eruption, more numbers and review of planning are also needed to lessen the risk of living in Merapi. To mitigate such an enormous disaster, continuous effort is urgently needed to complete Sabo dam facility plan in ensuring the safety and the continuation of the livelihood for those living in the downstream area. It is an imperative act that we all must consider.